I tend to use the power as kind of the default setting. That's projector on and off, screen up and down. As for the audio, volume and audio setup, we're using the wireless mics, and there's your different audio levels.
And then to
They
go
can
back
be-
to the main screen.
And I go back to power.
Got it.
Source selection is right here. Remember, for the most part, we're going to be showing the booth PC. That's this right here.
Okay.
If you want to blank the screen, you can go to Stage PC. This, by the way, is the volume for whatever source. So if you're playing a DVD, back here on the computer, you can adjust the volume right here. Remember, there are also volume controls internally as well. There's this, which is part of the CPU. And when you open Windows Media Player, there's going to be a volume control as well. So all of those things, usually you can kind of combine them, but right here is going to be the master up and down for that source, for the booth PC.
Okay.
Don't let them wait till the last minute and then have you log on to this
Oh,
website.
yeah,
Because
for
if
buffering, because if it's...
Exactly. You don't know how fast it's going to go. You don't want the audience waiting. And so I would bring everything up, minimize it.
All right.
I'm waiting for the computer to boot up right now. But the main power would be the first thing, and you just power that on right here. The data projector in room B, and bring the screen down. And I'm going to preset the mics the night before. But what has been requested for this meeting is 4 wireless handheld mics like this, and 4 wireless lavalier mics. All of those mic inputs can be controlled through here as well. And on this touch panel, it's volume and audio setup.
Okay.
So if you press that, it's going to give you several options, and we're talking about the wireless mics. That's right here. And as you can see, this is wireless mic 1, so its level would be right here. Let's turn it on and I'll test it out right now. Testing, check, 1, 2, 3. So if you need to change the levels for any of these, they're going to be right here, up and down. We're going to arrange these. I probably will put wireless mic number 1 at the podium, have the other 3 on stands up front so they can be moved around however you see fit. And these lavalier mics, they just work pretty much the same way, but they clip on, so if you got somebody who's roving and speaking, Alan West will probably use one of these. But those, you flip open, power on right here. As you can see, this is wireless mic number 5, so it's controlled right there.
You had to flip it open to turn it on?
Check, 1, 2, 3. Yes, this flap right here opens and closes.
Oh, I
On
see.
and off is right here. And I recommend leaving these powered off until right before you start out. As you can see, they're battery operated. These lithium batteries do last quite a while, but better to wait rather than have it run out on somebody in the middle of their presentation.
Yeah, Pat's really good with those.
The mic man,
Yeah.
good.
You see where
Does
it's
it make
controlled
sense so
from?
far?
Yeah. Should I videotape it or you videotape?
I can send it to you.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm going to sign on to this computer here, and you can use
Are you going to give us a passcode or a sign-on?
Anybody who is working back here can sign on with their own password. There's not a generic one for this. You have to use your college sign-on. Sharon can use hers, or if nobody's
Oh,
here.
okay, so somebody has one.
Oh,
that
yeah,
will-
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now, this is important. Source selection. This is telling you what you are showing through that data projector. So whatever you select is what your audience is going to see. We have a couple of different options for that, but for the most part, what I highly recommend is that you run everything through your computer here and keep it simple. That's the booth PC. For example, if somebody wants to go to a website, bring that up here. If you have multiple flash drives for different presenters, you can plug them all down in here, bring up whatever their PowerPoint presentation is, whatever, minimize that. It's right there, it's ready to go. When they go live, you bring it up and
But what about the DVDs, because that did cause problems last time?
couple different options with that. We do have a DVD deck, which is right here. The top is a playback deck, and if you want to broadcast that, you can select this, and it'll bring up the DVD. There's nothing in there.
That's
I
not
guess
really
you'll
going
see.
through the computer then? It's
No.
not going through this computer?
But what I was saying is that you can play a DVD through the computer as well. You can put it in this drive right here.
Oh, okay.
And play it through a Windows Media Player.
So that makes more sense, you're saying?
So, well, it's whatever you prefer, but when I'm running a show here, I like to have as few things going on as possible. If you have, like I said, you're gonna get a variety of things. Somebody might bring up a YouTube video, somebody might have PowerPoints. If you have a DVD, put it in here, you can play it through here, and you don't have to worry about changing inputs. You can just run everything through your computer.
Okay.
And that's through this booth PC,
Yes.
and that'll come up, and then when you change it, it will play. Because
Yes.
everything that's here is,
Yeah, I don't have a DVD handy to demonstrate, but let's just put an audio CD in here just to demonstrate. It should automatically, it's a plug and play thing, so it should come up. Let's see. And another trick that I'm going to show you, if somebody's up there, they're doing an introduction, they're doing, you can see there's our music. Yeah, it comes up automatically, so this
But
drive,
that's your
whatever you put in
CD,
here-
not your DVD?
That's it, it's a CD, yes. But what I was saying is a little trick, if somebody's speaking, they're, you're fiddling around back here, bringing up their presentation, maybe they've got an intro before they're ready to start speaking about what, you can select Stage PC, and the screen will go blank. So in other words, if you're bringing up something, you're waiting for something to buffer, you're
so
doing
people
something and
can't
you don't
see
want
what
the
you're
entire
doing.
audience seeing what you're doing, you
Okay.
can select Stage PC, then when you're ready to go live, you go back to Booth PC and you're back up.
got it, okay.
The mics, what you're broadcasting, this is what everyone in the audience is gonna see, and that should be your first priority, because that's what's happening, it's right in front of you. The recording, if you're going to make a DVD recording of this event, that is gonna be handled through this record feature right here, it's the second one over. And
What
when,
picture's the feature?
this is the record, it's the second one from the bottom here, and you're gonna be recording to this DVD, which is this deck right here. And there is a remote control for this somewhere, right here. When you put the disc in, it will come up and you'll see several options on screen. But from there, it's just a matter of selecting between which of these camera sources
Exactly.
you want to broadcast. And these can be moved. The way that we have it set up right now, we had an event in here a couple days ago. We have camera one, as you can see, is kind of a wide shot toward the screen,
Right.
the podium.
Okay.
There was a news event over here, so we had kind of a book signing actually. It was over on these tables, and three, we just have kind of a generic audience shot. If you want to change these, you can select, say I want camera one to be a nice tight shot on the podium. You can select that. You can move with this joystick over to the podium, move up, down to the side, and there's this ring right here, which is a zoom feature. You can get in nice and tight on the
Oh, you have your
person.
own cameras, so we don't have to hook our cameras up to this.
So these cameras are fixed, they're in the ceiling. As you can see,
Right.
there's one right up front there, and there are two up here. And so these can be controlled, and then you would switch here between as to what is going to the recording.
Wow.
Like I said, it's kind of, think
Oh,
of it
okay.
kind
Yeah,
of
because I
like
was
the-
thinking, I was like, well, we would have to hook our cameras in, but this is already set up. It's already ready to go.
So, yes, now, that's not to say
That's
you can't come in
nice.
here and put a camcorder back here.
Right,
take
and
the
then,
audio. So what Patrick's gonna do will still work just fine, but this is another option. Like I said, think of it like the Academy Awards or like the Grammys. You've got a live situation
Yeah.
happening and the ability to record it as well.
what about this one?
Oh, that's a fourth camera option, but we don't have a fourth camera, so
Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3.
we can do 3 built-in, yes.
Okay.
But for,
And then these mics, they're all hooked into the audio, so that,
mhm.
that,
These mics here, remember it's right here. It's a volume audio setup. We're gonna be using the wireless mics. these are the levels. And like I said, you can always tell, they're all stickers. So this is wireless mic number 1, right there.
What was it called again? Setup? What was that button on the bottom row near the right for the mics?
Pardon? Oh, it's called, volume
audio setup.
audio setup, yes.
Now, do these mics record to this?
Yes, well.
Because
the-
it'd be, here's the
Audio's
thing.
going directly into here, and this is the audio feed that we were talking about. Patrick mentioned that he needed an XLR cable, and they requested that through Willie, so he can plug directly in, and what you're gonna hear is a direct feed from whatever mics are open. So if you got 8 mics going on, he's gonna hear that, rather than just picking up the ambient noise that's in the room.
But that's going to record to the cameras, or?
And he can plug in here, and it's gonna pick up audio directly from the mics into his video recording.
Oh, okay, so he'll have the main source of audio recording.
Well, yeah,
then
you're gonna
to-
hear it live, but he's
but-
also gonna be getting a
But I
direct
mean,
feed.
yeah, right, to record. Okay, and it's through that cable right there?
Yes.
Okay, so Pat, that's your cable.
Okay.
So if you, I don't know how you plan to set up, if you got a tripod, just park it right back here and you got a pretty good shot.
Would
Zoom
this
in on the
interfere with the video from the camera source?
podium. They're totally independent, so no,
Okay, they're
this is just a second audio out right here.